What did the spider do on the computer?
I don't know. What did the spider do on the computer?
It made a web site. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, episode 6.
6?
Yeah.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Lane.
So what's up, man? How was your week?
Good. How was yours?
Mine was really good. I had a good week this week.
Yeah.
It was a good week overall. I got my car fixed today. All kinds of good stuff happened this week. You had your first soccer game since we spoke last, right?
Yeah.
The last time we recorded, you had a soccer game to go to that day. So
it was right before I had all my soccer stuff on.
Yeah.
When we were recording it.
Did you win your game?
Yes.
What was the score?
6-2.
How did you do?
I did amazing.
Were you the star of the game?
Definitely.
I think you might have.
No.
I think in this case you would have came in at number 2 star of the game.
Joe got first then.
Joe would be star of the game.
Well,
we'll have to get Joe on the show one day and have you guys talk about soccer. That'd be awesome.
I got 2 because I had really good assists. Almost every single one of the goals all of the goals were an assist by me.
Yeah.
All of them were like 1, I think.
Yeah.
But
when
of course
they hand
I
out
didn't score 1.
when they hand out the 3 stars of the game, though, the person that gets all the assists always gets number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But still,
doesn't
awesome.
a hat trick of assists doesn't that equal 1 goal?
No. But
That's
maybe
that's why in hockey. In hockey you said that 1 hat trick of assists equals 1 goal in
points.
in points, yeah.
In points, yes.
In
your player stats, not
player
as
stats.
like the goal. Like
I know.
Yeah.
I know they don't actually this guy got a 3rd assist, now it's 4 goals overall.
Maybe they should. That could
That would
just
be
switch
awesome.
everything up, and it would be crazy different.
Then I would score so many goals.
All right, but you did a really awesome job. It was a very good game. Everybody played well. It was fun to watch. No games this weekend because it's Easter weekend.
Easter. That's also something we were going to talk about too.
Are you looking forward to Easter?
I'm very looking forward to Easter.
What do we do for Easter that you look forward to?
The Easter egg hunt and food.
Yeah.
That's mostly all Easter eggs, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
And candy.
And candy.
Well, food is candy. Or is it?
My favorite thing about Easter is the day after Easter, because then all of the Easter candy is on clearance at all of the stores. So then I buy
Why is it on clearance?
Because it's after Easter, so they have to get rid of it so that they can get in the candy for whatever holiday is next after that. So.
But what if it said the Easter thing on it? What if it had a big huge Easter?
Yeah,
bunny?
I mean they do. They all do. Every one of them does, and that's why they want to get rid of them, because Easter is over and they don't want the Easter stuff still on their shelves anymore. So they clearance them all out. So I can walk in there and buy a big old bag of Reese eggs for half the price. And that, my friend, is my favorite thing about Easter.
So there was also something about Nintendo that you were talking about.
Yeah, the mini Nintendo, the mini NES that Nintendo released. It was holiday season of last year, so not that long ago. I think it was in November when it came out, so maybe 6 months ago or so when it came out. And it was a cool little reproduction of the original 8-bit Nintendo, a little mini version of it. And it had 30 games built into it. The old Mario games, the old Zelda games, all the classic games. Everybody wanted one, and everybody thought they were just the coolest thing. They were priced at $60. Came with one 3-foot cord controller, which I always thought was stupid. But they made it to where nobody could get them. You never saw one in the store, right?
No, I've never seen one.
Yeah.
I think if we saw it, we would have bought it, probably.
Yeah, for sure. But there was never that option. They sold them on Amazon, and they sold them on Best Buy, and they sold out within seconds. And then they ended up on eBay for 3 times the amount of money. And I just never understood why they did them that way. I feel like if they would have made 1 million of those things, 10 million of those things, I don't know how many, but they could have had them at every register in every store during Christmas time last year for $60, and everybody would have bought one, right?
I guess.
I mean, I think so. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't understand why they didn't do that. I don't understand why they didn't make more. I mean, I get keeping the quantities low because then it makes people want one even more because they can't just go buy it. They can't just have it like they can everything else. So it makes people want it more. But then what a company normally does is they'll normally string people along like that, and they'll make it to where like, oh, I really want that, but I can't have it, but I want it. And then eventually after a while, then they'll make 1 million of them. And then everybody that wants one can buy one, and then they're on the shelves, and you can find them at any time. But instead, Nintendo discontinued them. And I don't understand that in the least bit. Like, why did you make this thing and make so few of them, and then get to the point where instead of making more to supply the demand that people have for them, they just quit making them?
I don't know
what do you think? Why do you think Nintendo would do that?
Because, in your opinion, they're dumb.
I didn't ask you what my opinion was. What is your opinion? Why do you think they would do something like that?
Because maybe they're trying to get more people to buy the Switch.
Yeah, I think that's a good possibility. I think
maybe they're not trying to get them to get the old Zelda games, but the new Zelda games.
Yeah, but I think they might have a plan to where they're going to start selling those old games just like it was on the Wii, the virtual console, to where you could like pay $5 to download Mario 3 or something like that.
Which is the best one.
So the Switch doesn't have anything like that right now. So some people are thinking maybe they're going to include that on the Switch here soon. They're going to open it up to where you can pay $5 to download this game or $10 to download this game. So that's why they don't want to give you the option of paying $60 for 30 games. I don't get it. It seems like
I don't really get it either.
I've had a hard time understanding a lot of things that Nintendo has done recently, and this one just goes in the column of, what are you thinking? Like, that just, everybody looking at that is just like, nobody understands what they're doing. Oh, well. Well, we've got a very cool talk. You got anything else that you wanted to go over?
Not really.
That do it?
Yep.
Easter's coming up. Happy Easter, everybody. What else? We got, at the time of recording right now, we have 15 days until we go to Disney.
Yes.
We're basically 2 weeks away from Disney.
Basically, is one more on Easter. We'll have 2 more weeks.
Exactly, 2 weeks.
Dang, 2 weeks until we're going to Disney.
Where is your excitement level about Disney now?
Amazing. Wait, no,
amazing. That almost sounded believable. It doesn't even sound like you want to go to Disney.
Amazing. As a tear is going down my chin.
Okay, so you are excited about Disney?
Yes, I am very excited about Disney.
So maybe next week should be our big Disney show?
Yes.
We'll get all 4 of us.
Because we won't have any time to do it. Are we going to have one at Disney?
Yeah, I want to do one at Disney, too.
How will we have that?
Oh, we'll just use my phone to record or something like that.
Okay.
But next week we'll do a special Disney preview episode, and we'll get all 4 of us on the whole episode. So look forward to that next week. That'll be cool. The whole Howdy clan all on one show. That will be the biggest episode of all.
The Howdy family.
The Howdy family. Is that what we're
we
called?
cannot be called the Howdy clan.
I like
We
clan.
are not a clan.
We're a family. So next week, Howdy Family on Howdy Radio, the next generation,
like
talking
Modern
about
Family.
the Disney
Howdy Radio. Howdy
coming
family.
up. All right, so we got a really cool talk with Kyle talking about all the old Howdy Inc. stuff and about his show. Check it out. All right, everybody, welcome to the show. My good old buddy, special Keezie himself. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, what's up?
Or I guess it's really not even special Keezie anymore, is it? Is special completely retired at this point?
Yeah, I've pretty much dropped it. No real reason. It's just shorter.
Just Keezie.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? How you been? We have not done something like this together. Well, no, we did the Ninja Land thing not too long ago, but we haven't done a podcast, Howdy Radio, in a very long time.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally be on the newest iteration of Howdy Inc.
Heck yeah, man. Glad to finally have you. So, let's see. You were on the old Howdy Inc. stuff with us from almost the very beginning. We were just talking, you were every Howdy Show episode minus the very first episode.
Yeah.
So you have been doing stuff with us since the second episode of Howdy Radio on, and then you did Howdy Radio with us once we started figuring out how to do stuff online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was cool.
So it wasn't
when we did
that
it
easy then, was it?
It was not that easy. Well, it's not that easy now either. We still keep having to fight with stuff every time we go to do something.
Never fails.
And then you did Ninja Land with us. I feel like that was the biggest, the coolest thing that you and I ever did together was Ninja Land.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty amazing.
It's a classic.
What was your favorite Howdy project, like overall?
Without a doubt, it was Ninja Land. I think, that the final product just turned out so perfect, and the process was so easy and quick. No, I mean, I remember having a lot of good times, making it and, goofing off. And, we had so much fun making it that, that one stands out for sure to me as like the most fun because I can actually like remember it where some of the Howdy shows, I mean, I remember it just from watching it, but, they were fun and at the time and they were really funny to still watch. But Ninja Land just holds that special place in my heart,
That's cool. I'm glad that it does, but I agree. I mean, I completely agree. Like, I remember, like, the entire process of making that movie. Like, from start to finish, like, I remember all of it because it was just so much fun the whole time.
Yeah, and it probably had something to do with the fact that we actually, had a game plan where with Howdy shows, we were just, throwing stuff and seeing what sticks.
That's it.
We always did some really stupid stuff on the Howdy show. It was really fun. Tyler was our special guest a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the stuff that he had done with Howdy Inc.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
I really enjoyed his interview. He's dropped us some knowledge, man. I liked his insight, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised he remembered any of that. Honestly,
I know, right? Yeah. And he started remembering stuff and it kind of came back to me as we started talking about stuff like Howdy size, like that. I didn't remember that at first, but how could I not? That was like that was probably my favorite of the Howdy show stuff that we did.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Howdy size was awesome. So Ninja Land, you've never made another movie since then or nothing like that, right?
No, I haven't done anything on that scope at all. The only other video project I've even ever done is I just recently started doing it on my show, but I haven't really done anything else. It's just been Howdy Radios here and there, and we've been doing Keezie Show for a while now, but that's about it.
So I've heard about that you have your own show. So what's that really about?
Well, the Keezie Show is it's just a show where it's really, in all honesty, the real underlying truth is that I'm a dad and I don't get out, okay, and hanging out with friends, getting them here can be a task, so. It's easier to just have an excuse to make them come to me. So I started doing Keezie Show just to bring everybody together and talk. And I always thought my friends' conversations were we just have so much fun, and we would get serious. But the main bottom line is my show is just about nothing. It's just an excuse for me to hang out with my friends and record the conversation and laugh. Which is what it's all about.
Yeah. And you've been doing that for how long now?
We've been doing this iteration of the Keezie Show consistently since 2012, so it's been almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in August.
That's impressive.
And we try to do it weekly, but the time frame doesn't always work out. So, in all honesty, I kind of just do it when I can. I try to shoot for every Saturday, but it usually ends up only being 2, maybe 3 a month if I'm lucky. Let's put it like this. It's been almost 5 years and 52 weeks a year. I'm only at episode 140, so shows you how much I'm doing.
On episode 6.
Well, don't worry, man. You guys are way more consistent than me. You'll be passing me up soon.
We have, so far since we started this up, we've actually stuck with every week so far, which even amazes myself, to be honest with you.
That's impressive, man. It's lasted longer than Nutshell for sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's one I completely forgot about there. Or even, there was a bunch of other podcasts even like that me and Dave did that lasted like 2 or 3 episodes, and this one's going pretty good at this point.
Yeah.
When we did the Howdy Radios a few years ago with the webcam and everything, how many of those did you do?
I think we really only did like maybe 15 or 20 of them or so,
okay.
if that, maybe.
I think I was only part of just a handful of those, honestly. But are those available anywhere online?
I have not all of it, because we had so many technical problems with those things to where, like, halfway through recording them or streaming them, like, everything would just crap out, and there would be no final version to even save.
Okay.
But I have a Howdy Inc. YouTube page that has most of that stuff on it, but I've got most of it just marked as private so that you can't just go click on it. But
Sure.
I do have a folder on my computer that has basically everything that we've ever done archived.
Nice. Yeah, I'd like to check those out again someday, one of these days.
They're hard to listen to.
I can imagine.
I mean, they were so chaotic the way that we did them. There was too many people.
Yeah.
Everybody was always talking over each other. It was fun to do, but I don't see how it was really that fun for anybody outside.
Experience, but not a fun experience to listen to if you want a part of it.
Being an outsider and listening in probably wasn't the most entertaining thing.
Yeah.
But you know
like
what?
I said, it was whatever. It was me getting together with my friends, having a good time. So who cares if somebody was listening or not?
And you know what? That's how I feel about my show too. I mean, I spend all this time and effort, in money, making it cool and everything. But in the end, I honestly don't think anyone other than my small circle of friends would even listen to it. And getting them to listen is like pulling teeth, honestly.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, from what I can tell, just from what you post, like, I mean, you're not really like even really advertising for people to listen.
No, I mean, I'll make posts about it on Facebook. If any of my friends want to listen,
the new episode or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'll randomly, I subscribe to the R podcasts on Reddit, and a lot of podcast makers are in there and sharing ideas and their shows and looking for guests and stuff. So it's a cool tool, and I'll share it in there, here and there. But I honestly don't think I'm getting too many views or listens. But you know what? I really, truthfully, I know everybody says this, but I really, truly don't care.
Yeah. Do you keep track? Like, do you keep track of your numbers? Do you have a way to keep track of your numbers?
Yeah. The tool I use is called Blueberry, and it kind of sends my podcast out to all the various networks and stuff, and it sends me a weekly email with some downloads. It's so crazy, like the numbers I get. Each episode might get somehow that it says like 100 downloads or whatever. I couldn't tell you one person that listens, but nevertheless, I'll get that email. But there's a couple episodes. There's one episode that has like 1,000 downloads, and I don't know why. I don't know why that episode has 1,000 downloads. I couldn't tell you.
It must have been the Ninja Land episode, right?
It may have been. I'll have to go back and look and see what we did on that episode and just try to recreate that magic, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Me and Tyler's first YouTube video, our very first one, has 1,000 views now, and that was 2011,
Wow.
late 2011.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And at one point, it had 10 views the first week, which we thought was amazing.
You did.
And then 5 years later, it's oh my goodness, it has 1,000 views. It went viral. That was in 5 years, it went viral.
Isn't that weird? Thinking 1,000 people have watched that video, watched you, man. That's so
Why?
weird.
Why did they watch you?
I just now got my first 50 viewed video, and it was less than a week on my new channel.
That's really good, man. I just started a I have a YouTube channel for the Keezie Show where we post the videos now that we do live, but I just started a YouTube channel with the kids called the Gamer Kids, where we just play video games and record ourselves. And there's only a couple videos on there so far, but so I'm seeing my kids that get excited and see when they get views on their videos and stuff. It's really fun, man. It's a good time.
Which is exactly what Lane does too. He likes doing Twitch and live streaming and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna do one an hour after we're done with this.
Yeah, man, you really need to keep up with it, man. You're in all honesty, I see, my kids watch nothing but Dan TDM and FGTV and stuff, and I try to.
I watched FGTV for a while.
Yeah,
but then they were too family friendly for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
they do.
They were like completely just no family, and at one point they just got too annoying.
But you know what, man? Like they're doing it perfectly right. Like for those who
They
don't know,
are.
FGTV is literally just a family that YouTubes, and the dad must be some kind of video editor or something, man, because they're pumping out videos every day on like several different channels, and they're all so crispy, edited, funny stuff. There's like songs. I mean, that guy is a beast, and I really like give props to him. Like that's the kind of guy I would like to have on Keezie Show just to pick his brain, you know. But
does he do that full time? I guess
they must, because they'd have to for all the effort that would go into these videos, and
I think at one point they finally started that was the job at one point.
Yeah,
that's why they like, did so many different channels, because like that was their job now, so they had to like keep it consistently.
You can see like the evolution if you watch like some of their older videos, which I don't watch them, but I'll walk by and like watch a few minutes here and there with the kids. But man, like their old videos, their house was crappy. Their new house is a freaking mansion, and it's all from YouTube money. You know what I mean? It has to be. It's crazy. So the point is, man, stick with it, because that's especially your generation, man. If you as good as you are at doing podcasts and uploading videos and doing your gaming stuff, man, like that really will like make you soar, dude. Like really keep up with it.
Yeah, I did a 3-hour live stream this morning. I feel like I was gonna die after I was done. I was so tired. I just played Overwatch for a while.
That's awesome though, man. I mean, yeah, that's how you do it. You gotta stay consistent.
And then
that was always Howdy's biggest problem, was not staying consistent. That always hurt us, that we would never stick with something for long enough.
Like the next week.
And I say we, and I mean I, but
well, I mean, people don't think about like the editing process. I mean, even for this show that you're doing, I mean, I know Lane's doing a lot of it, which is fantastic, but
yeah.
I know the amount of work just in like saving a file and maybe running a couple filters through it and then uploading it. Like it really is very time consuming.
Lots of people do not know how to do that.
Yeah,
like. And I'm not going to say it's really simple, but, like, for some of them with, like, iMovie, it is pretty simple, but a lot of people do not know how to do that, and they think that that's complex.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I had a couple people I was telling about at work. I was like, yeah, me and my kids started a podcast, and they're like, oh, man, that's cool that you know how to do that. I wouldn't even know where to begin. How do I listen to it? I'm like, oh, just look it up on iTunes, just search Howdy Radio, and they're like, we can go on iTunes and listen to you? Like, it's a big deal that, like, somehow we got on iTunes, and it's like, it's really just submitting a file, man. Like, there's not a whole lot to it.
Also, for iTunes, it is kind of different.
But it is kind of cool to say that you are on that. I mean, it kind of makes you feel legit.
I mean, like, telling anyone that would be impressed, because, I mean, take it from me, I'm a cable guy, and I hook up, I go in people's personal space and have to talk to them about internet and everything, and take it from me, everyone is dumb. No one knows how to do what we're doing right now. Like we are in the 1%.
We are tech gods to be able to pull this off.
Like, and what's ridiculous is obviously there's people way cooler and better than us doing way more impressive things. But I mean, this really is like impressive to the common folk, and me, my family included. They're probably like, what are you like? How do you even do that?
Just press a couple buttons, and then it's like, boom, right here.
You make it sound so easy.
So everything that you do with the Keezie Show and everything, you're all self-taught. Like, you had nobody showing you how to do any of it, really, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all just Googling. Like anything, I mean, since I was about like 13 or 14, I started making like ICP web pages back then by myself, just from Googling. Like, I didn't know how to do that stuff. I literally just Googled, found some info, and tried it. And that's honestly what it boils down to. And a lot of people are just I don't know what it is. They just don't know how to Google or don't want to put in the effort. But man, I mean, it's incredible the amount of information you can find just if you actually try.
Yeah, like I work at a bar restaurant, yet I'm the tech guy of that place. Even for customers, like customers come in and like, Brandon, I need you to look at this for me, and I'm like, I'm cooking something, man. Hold on, and but it's like, I don't have any idea how to solve your problem, so I just Google it and learn how to do it, and then fix the person's thing. And to me, it's like, why didn't you just Google this? But it's not that easy for everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Like people want to act like I'm some kind of tech genius. Like, I always tell people, like, no, I am really good at Googling. I'll admit that. But other than that, like everything else is just trial and error, man.
Yeah.
But it does take some guts to get in there and start pressing buttons on stuff that you're not sure what exactly is going to happen.
It's like a soundboard.
That's what everybody's afraid of, is that they're going to break it and it's not going to work after they click these certain things in a certain order or whatever.
That's why you open the big, colorful image, and then you type a couple words, and Google gives you information.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what's the future for the Keezie Show? Anything, you're just going to keep doing what you're doing? Any cool ideas or anything?
Yeah, I actually, well, nothing too crazy, but I did literally, like yesterday, bought a new webcam because my current one, I didn't feel I was getting good enough picture. But my next plan is I'm actually going to, believe it or not, my wife Tara is actually at Home Depot right now buying me some green paint. I'm gonna paint my table and use it as kind of like a green screen, and see what I can do with that, like superimpose silly stuff on the table for the video and stuff.
It's like the thing that Bray Wyatt did at WrestleMania, where it was the big like worms and that kind of thing that distracted Randy Orton. It was like that. It would be like that kind of thing.
That was about the best analogy that you could come up with there. That was pretty awesome.
Or if it just made or like the whole entire show, which has a big huge meme.
So I'm looking at your
show.
screen right now. So if you paint that whole table green, then it's going to look like you have a bunch of computer stuff just floating.
Yeah.
Well, no, what I plan on doing, I'm gonna paint it green, but then I'm gonna superimpose. Maybe I'll just superimpose it, make it black with like the Keezie Show logo. But that way, at least people when they set their drinks down and stuff, it'll be on top of the logo. Little stuff like that, just to try to just to kind of make it a little more crispy and neat, I guess. I mean, other than that, though, I don't really have too many more ideas. We're just going to keep doing it. I got, like, ideas for, I do have some ideas for, like, topics and stuff like that, or, different little things I want to do. But, man, like we said, it's just so much time to make anything, and it's hard to find it when you work full-time and got kids and a wife. And there's Breath of the Wild to play. I mean, come on.
If you get a Switch, or are you playing it on the Wii U?
I'm playing the Wii U, man. I love it.
Yeah. You going to get a Switch? I mean, I know you get one eventually. Of course you will.
I would love to have a Switch. But the only
Switch is really, really good. And I've seen lots of gameplay on it.
Yeah, my buddy brought his over, and it's super cool, and I would love it. And the price point really isn't bad,
Yeah.
But the Wii U actually, allegedly, you can put a hard drive on it now and just play games right from that. So that's kind of the direction I'm heading.
Yeah. So wait till the Switch is able to do the same thing, and then...
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually use it.
What do you think about Nintendo discontinuing the little... We talked about this earlier on the show. What do you think about Nintendo discontinuing that little mini NES?
Somebody just mentioned that to me yesterday. I'm kind of salty because while I don't need that, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have several devices that have every game ever on it, but
I'm sure just like my house, every screen in your house probably plays every old Nintendo game ever made.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's useless in that aspect, but I think the device itself is super cool, and I would really like to have one, but I'm not paying more than $60 for one.
No way.
And I know now that they've discontinued it, they're going to be impossible to find. I am scared that Nintendo might even be doing it as some kind of ploy to like make them rare because they know that they don't stay in stock. So
yeah. But how does that benefit Nintendo though?
Here's the only way I can see it benefiting them. If they make it rare and like everybody starts talking about it, wanting one, paying a few $100, if they eventually decide, okay, we're coming out with the NES Classic 2 that has 60 games or what, or I don't know how many games are on it, but
30, I believe.
If they did that, because of the buzz all around the first one, they would get so many people on board with the new one. They could pump out 10 million of them and sell every single one of them at double the price. Really,
and they're like, oh, now it's not rare, and I can actually get one.
Yeah,
so if
everybody rides it.
Yeah.
If they do that, one thing that I really hope that they do is make the controllers wireless for the next one, because
for sure.
The 3-foot cords that were on the first one, that sounds terrible to me.
Yeah, that's a joke. I didn't know they were that short.
Yeah, they're 3-foot cords. So, I mean, you have to keep the little NES thing within 3 foot of where you're sitting, which then in turn means you need a 25-foot HDMI cable to run it to your TV?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Get your
But then
crap
one thing
together,
I've also
Nintendo.
heard too is because the Switch doesn't have any virtual console games on it yet, that they are killing off this mini NES so that they can then introduce the virtual console on the Switch, and people will want to buy the games on there instead of paying $60 for 30 games.
I can see that, but you know what I would see them doing first before doing that is releasing a mini SNES.
Yeah. I mean, the
Yes.
possibilities are endless for them. They could do so much cool stuff with that.
Yeah, for sure.
And all they're doing is fighting against the Retro Pi, the Raspberry Pi, and
Yeah.
That's really
although I
it.
guess that's way harder for people to comprehend how to put that together. But
Because we just Googled. As we said.
Yeah.
Right on, man. It was awesome having you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I've listened to all the episodes so far, and they've all been really good. Even though I don't watch wrestling, I really enjoyed the WrestleMania episode.
Cool. Right on.
And yeah, I'm glad I finally got a chance to come on and be here. It was great.
I'll tell people where to find your show.
You can go to Keezie.com and download any of our old episodes. You'll be able to watch our Facebook feed on there. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Just so you know, though, I know this is a family-friendly podcast. My podcast is not.
Awesome.
Just wanted to make that clear.
Right on, man. Well, thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, man. Thanks. See ya.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Episode 6 in the books.
Episode 6.
Next week, big Disney extravaganza with the whole Howdy family.
We're now with 2 hands. We got the 5 on one and 1 on the second one. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
Thanks to Kyle for joining us and for recording the conversation between us. It was a lot of fun having him on and talking about his show. So make sure everybody goes Keezie.com, KEEZIE.com, and check out his
Keezie.com.
Not Safe for Work show, or Not for Families, or however he stated it. Thanks
I
for
think
listening.
it's not safe for work.
You're not safe for work.
I don't have. Okay.
See ya!
Bye.